Hi everybody, I am Darren Mystery and I work at the John Barrett Salon, and today we're going to do a lovely how to get Kate Middleton bouncy blow dry with Andrea, our gorgeous model. So what I'm going to do first is, obviously she hasn't just washed her hair, but this is our in-studio version. We're going to start by actually putting in some product to protect the hair from the blow dry, and then we're going to work with clean sections, clipping each section as we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put some heat protectant on, working it from the ends upwards, just so as not to get the hair too caked in product. We want to keep the hair as clean as possible. The biggest problem that a lot of people have is they end up putting way too much product. So this is just to protect the hair, stop it from getting tangled and damaged, and to give the hair great shine. So now that I've applied the product, I'm going to rough dry the hair, taking out at least 90% of the moisture, just so that it doesn't take as long. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time trying to get the sections right. So to be able to achieve this look, you'll need a round brush, something around this size, and you want to take sections that are not bigger than the brush. So the first section I'm going to take is at the front. So if you take a section just over the center of the head, and then what you want to do is just get the brush right the way in there, brush it all the way to the ends, and then roll it down. As simple as that. And then you're just going to apply heat. So if the hair is very frizzy, then you're going to need a little bit more tension on the hair. You just need to hold the hair in the brush and add some heat at the same time. So the idea of a good blow dry is to brush the hair to get it nice and smooth and shiny, and then roll it up in the brush so we can get that bend in it. Once you've done that a few times, the hair's dry and shiny, you can take your section and just hold it with 2 fingers and just wrap it around your fingers. And then you have a little roll. And so once that roll is there, it's a bit like using a roller in the hair. You just want to clip it to keep that section. We're going to let that cool down and work around the head. So as you section the hair, take a comb, use the end of the comb, so this is like your marking point, and just hold where you want the line to end up. So I want this to stop just behind her ear, so I'm just going to press it lightly into the scalp, pull it down, and just pull it open. Once that section's done, you just clip that out the way, and that's something easier for you to work with. When the sections become really messy, then you can start getting tangled, which is not fun and painful. So with the sides, if you want to create a bit more volume, when you wrap the hair in the brush, you just want to lift it slightly. That gives some tension on the roots, and I'm going to put some heat on the roots just to lift the hair up. Each time you bring the hair in the brush, you want to roll it all the way to the ends and then roll it all the way back up. That way you get the ends nice and smooth, and we can smooth out those split ends or any dry ends that you have in your hair. If the hair isn't very frizzy or curly, then you don't need to use as much heat on the hair. All you need to do is really wrap the hair in the brush, roll it back up, and then put a bit of heat on it just to set the curl. Again with the sides, if you want a bit more volume, just lift it up, place your fingers into the hair, and then just wrap the hair around like that. If you want a bigger curl, then you use bigger section, use more fingers. If you want a smaller, tighter curl, just use 1 or 2. and then just clip the hair out the way, let it cool. Okay, when you get to the back of the hair, when you're doing your hair yourself, this is the trickier part because you can't actually see what you're doing. The front, obviously, you can see in the mirror, but the back is a bit more difficult. So the easiest way I would say for anyone to do their hair themselves is maybe just split it into 2 sections, left and right. So just part it right down the middle at the back, all the way down to the base of the neck, and then you have your 2 sections. And that way it's going to be a bit more easier for you to work with. So clip one section out of the way, and you start on the other section. So with this side, we're going to work from the bottom up. So if you take a section straight across the bottom, kind of just about ear level, straight across, and with the hair that you're not working with, just tidily clip it out the way. So again, with these back sections, you might find it a bit trickier to get right the way in there. But you just want to remember to keep the fingers close to the head and then just wrap them around. Wrap the hair, let the hair do the work itself. You've already done the work with the blow dry. The curls are already in the hair. You just want to place the hair around your fingers and then put in your clip. So to create a lot of volume in a blow dry like this, you always want to remember to lift the roots up. This Kate Middleton look is all about volume and curl on the end. So this is the main thing, is to remember to lift the hair up and put a bit of heat on the roots. Okay, once you have one side, you can start on the next. So on the other side, same thing. You're gonna work from the bottom upwards, same sections, just working nice and clean, keeping all the hair tied up out the way so the hair does not get tangled. Okay, so once you've done all your sections, as you can see, I've worked around the head, clean sections, all of them around the same size. Use 2 fingers, wrap the hair around, and put in a pin just to set the curl. Now, as they're cooling down, you can use some hairspray just to set the curl a bit, and then let them cool down whilst you're working around the house or doing your makeup or getting ready for a night out. So this is a really good way of setting the hair, as if you would use rollers, but it gives it a better, bouncier look. Once you're ready to take the clips out, just start pulling them out, letting the curls drop as they've been set. You don't want to play the hair too much. You can do that afterwards. So just taking out each one carefully, trying not to pull the hair. Don't yank these clips out. So as you can see, there's a nice curl that's been set in the hair. And then you just want to use your fingers gently, rake the hair through all the way. You can maybe tilt your head backwards to do this. And then just use your fingers roughly, just pull it all back, just to break up those sections that we made. Sometimes the sections can be seen very, very visibly afterwards. So just rake your fingers through very gently on the scalp. Once you've done that, lift your head up, pull your hair forward, and just part the hair where you like to have it parted. And there you have it. You pull the curls out, brush it into place, and you have a bouncy Kate Middleton blow dry.